beautiful people. We are back for our last and final session. Lord, it feels like it's been 9 days, but it's only been two. It's only been two. I promise it's only been two. So today we have our final, last but not least, virtual long session that I'm super, super excited about. And to be honest, how it all fell is hilarious. Like, I cannot, like, literally. I'm all about bringing and helping and getting, my family to where we want to be in life. You know what I'm saying? Legacy building. You know what I'm saying? So it's just insane how this literal last session fell out of all the options. What time slots? It's insane. Hey, Kels, how you doing? Ooh. Shout out to the number one photographer in the world. Just saying. It's unreal. So I'm all about having individuals introduce themselves, as you know. But before that, let me introduce myself. If you do not know who I am, my name is Chanel Spencer. I'm the CEO of Maximum Evolution, and I help women to transform their lives by bringing their vision into fruition. Because we are no longer waiting for a seat at anybody else's table. We're just going to go and build our own. Okay. And if you want to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Chanel Spencer Now, as well as my website, www.readytransformnow.com. And if you realize I have now after everything, because it is all about now action, not later action. So make sure you go follow me. Make sure you go like everything. Okay, in this moment, not now, like after this is done, but you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate all of you who tuned in. I appreciate all of you who commented, who engaged, who's been supportive to this entire virtual launch process. I appreciate your hearts to everybody. I love all of you to death, and as well as my amazing co-authors. You guys are the bomb.com. I am just saying. So tune in. Make sure you engage, leave your comments. You're definitely going to get shouted out on the screen. Thank you all for tuning in. And I'm coming in from the lovely city of New York. So tell us where you chiming in from. Okay, because we international over here. We had Scotland on the line the other day and Trinidad. What you talking about? What you saying? Nothing. Anyway, so I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And if you do not know what is happening, we are here for the Evolution Effect book launch, which we're virtual book launch. So we have 20 authors who shared their stories of how they broke patterns, overcame adversities, and stepped into greatness. And as I always say, I like to be surrounded by only greatness, because greatness only breeds more greatness. If we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 people that are great, that is greatness to the infinity power. So I absolutely love to create platforms and to provide opportunities for everybody to shine and have their greatness on a beautiful and amazing platform such as this. So for our first co-author, I have the lovely, say hello to the beautiful people, Miss Noreen N.
Hello.
Hey.
I don't know why I can't stop laughing.
I think it's in the genes. If you did not know, we are connected because that's my aunt. I'm just saying. And we've collaborated over the past 55 years, I feel like. Just working on if she doing something, I'm there to support. If I'm doing something, she does support. So it's amazing. And I absolutely love that. Hold on. Let me see. Chanel is the Quincy Jones. In the words of you are hilarious, Chris. I heard you. I was like, wait, what?
Gone girl.
So go ahead. Tell people a little bit about who you are.
Who am I? I am Noreen N. Henry, your Victorious Living coach. I am the founder of Victorious Living Culture, where it's a victorious living movement. And it's a movement because there was a time when I wasn't living the victorious life that I am now. And my passion is to help you to live your best life now as well. Through my coaching programs, you learn the tools to be able to stay in joy, peace, and happiness, and overcoming your circumstances to victory through my programs. So my chapter is called Back to Myself and Owning My Life. And I called it that because there was a time where people actually tried to change me into something I was not. So it was you could say it was a struggle being my authentic self because of the pressure or the different things that was coming against me. So that's why it's called Back to Myself and Owning My Life. So make sure you go grab the book so that you can get the full story. You can reach me on Victorious Living on Instagram, and my website is noreennhenry.com, and there's an extra N in the middle, and you can click on there on the website and you can get a free Victorious Living Worksheet.
Um,
Thank you for watching.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I gotta get this comment back. This is hilarious. You are the bomb.com, Chris. I cannot. Like, I'm about to put that as my tagline. I'm the Quincy Jones. I'm the
Can't be ashamed.
That's hilarious. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Well, I again, I appreciate you and for being a part of this project. As I said, we've collabed on so many different things and so many different platforms. So it's only right that you were part of this project as well.
Thank
I'm
you
super
so
excited
much.
for you. And again, you
fun
listen, we don't like to be modest over here, but
not
no.
to
So
be
tell
here.
me about your talk show. Tell me about your talk show.
My who? Oh,
Mhm.
my upcoming talk show is going to be soon. It's working on. It's actually Victorious Living with Noreen.
Mhm.
So it's going to be teaching about victorious living, and it's going to be guests, and the guests are coming on. Like you're going to be a guest yourself, to
Oh,
tell
me,
us how
right? Yes.
your
I thought you were talking to the audience. I'm like, yeah.
No, Miss Chanel Spencer now.
Yes,
That's
yes.
Chanel Spencer now is will be a guest, and she's going to talk about her story of how she overcame and the different adversities, because even though we go through different things, so there's different adversities that we overcome, because
Mhm.
one of them for mine was emotional eating, and
Mhm.
it's not just the being trying to change into something I was not. It's
Right.
different things, so there's more
Mhm.
than one story.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be
Yeah.
multiple times.
Oh, and tell them what else you were how many best-selling authors something, because you
It's a
know.
it's about 15. I have to
Oh, is
count.
that
It's about 15 now. I have to get it together and properly count, because it was 10 plus before. Now
Mhm.
it's 15 plus now, but
Yes.
I'll get it together. I'm working on my coaching program, so
Yep.
I will get it together.
Listen, I told you what surrounded by greatness. I'm not playing. If I know that there's greatness on in you within you, you on this project too. I'm just saying, okay. Even if it's your first, listen, we got some first time authors on here. You're
Yeah.
gonna be like, we birthed
Yeah.
authors over here. I'm just
Amen.
saying. So,
Amen. Amen.
so thank you
Don't
so much.
diggity,
Hold
don't
on. I know
diggity.
you gotta go, but don't go yet. All right, you 7:25. Sorry, bye. She's not going too far. She'll be right. I remove
I'll
myself,
be
not you, Lord. Say hello to the beautiful people.
Hello, beautiful people.
Tell the people where you're coming in from, girl.
So I'm coming in all the way from London in the United Kingdom. Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, look, we got London and now. We international. I told y'all.
Yeah. And
So it's like midnight your time, isn't it?
it's 14 minutes past midnight. So
Wow. Look, and she
it's
still showed
now
up and showed
when,
out. Look, and still looking flawless. I'm just saying.
oh yeah.
So introduce yourself to the beautiful people.
So I am Alexandria. I am a creative. I'm a fundraiser, so I work with people a lot and I help them to maximize their kind of potential to raise money for charitable causes, which is something that I love to do. I'm good with people, so it's a natural fit for me. I am a mother of 3. I know I don't look it. I get this all the time. I am old enough. I'm 36. I have a 16-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 6-year-old who I adore and love greatly. So that keeps me very busy. I've got my finger in many pies. I'm constantly like a busy bee trying to just maximize just life. And I love life and I live life. And so, yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell right now.
So what's your chapter title?
Oh, so my chapter title is called The Wrong Road into Right.
Yes, I love that. What is it about?
So it's basically about just all of the kind of, I guess, the wrong roads. Actually, no, I don't know if there are wrong roads now when I think about it. But for me, I walked onto a wrong road and it then transformed my life in many ways. It shifted me. It was a massive moment. It was a pivotal moment for me that just made me be who I am now, which is
Right.
and a lot less burdened from my past.
Yes, yes. And she's trying to be modest too, because every 5 minutes, this girl is somewhere. Okay. She's in some country doing something great. So tell people where you travel to. Like, let's not like go ahead.
So I can't sit still in one place. I've got a travel bug. So I've been to a lot of countries. I've been to Croatia, I've been to Thailand, I've been to Italy, I've been to France because I live in London, so Europe's just like on my doorstep. So it's easy to travel there. I've been to Denmark, I've been to Prague, I've been to Cancun in Mexico. So you know, just loads of different places. Like I'm always traveling. I'm actually going to Italy on Friday. Yeah, I'm going to Italy on Friday. I'm going to Bergamo to go and see a mate of mine who lives there. I recently went to Athens in Greece. I was traveling around Greece. I went to Lisbon in Portugal this year. Like I live to travel, and I do it quite cheaply actually, because I find cheap flights. I literally I find something that's cheap and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go there. And I find like kind of like a cheap way of doing it. So I get to fulfill my dreams, but also budget.
What if I did? Yeah, listen.
Budget. It's like, you know, I'm not that.
I love that. Like we are in the same boat in regards to loving the child. So when I see her, I'm like, I'm just living vicariously through you, Chad, because I want to go to Greece so bad. Like that is on my bucket list to go to Greece. And she done been everywhere. Every weekend I feel like she's somewhere. And that is such an amazing and beautiful thing. First of all, to just be like, oh, I'm just gonna go to this country, and who comes. If you don't, I'll be with myself. Don't even worry about it. I absolutely love that. That's courage in itself. So I thank you. And first of all, give you a round of applause because you are a first-time author over here. Ooh. Hey, yes, I love it. Love it. And like I said, everybody on here is apparently family. So shout out to you. And I'm super excited for you to be a part of this project and for you to be a first-time author. And I cannot wait for you to have a lovely feeling when you finally see the product and you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. You all want to do more, girl. I'm telling you, you should have a book about all of your traveling. I'm just saying. All of your trips and all the countries you done visited. I love it. But don't worry, Lexi's not going too far. She'll be right back. And we have from the last but not least. You ready? Say hello to the beautiful people.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Hello. Margaret's in the house. Margaret's in the house. Margaret's in the house. Good evening.
Oh
and
my
welcome.
gosh.
Thank you for
I cannot. And I don't know if you can see the similarities in the faces, but yes, this is 23 of my chromosomes come from her. It's 23, right? Because it's 46 altogether.
No, all 46 actually. Just joking. That's impossible.
So, tell the beautiful people who you are, darling.
Hello, I am Margaret Green. As Chanel mentioned, I don't know why, that yes, I am her mother. And that's about it. And
I'll do it for her. So she's been in accounting for like the past forever and a day. I feel like,
wait a minute, I can do it myself. No, so I'm an accountant, as Chanel mentioned. I wasn't going to tell anyone that because people start saying, "Oh, she's an accountant. She knows all these numbers. She can add and subtract." No, I can't. I need a calculator. But no, so I'm an accountant, and I don't know. I was born in London, and I migrated many years ago. So I've lived most of my life in this country, the lovely America. And as Chanel said, I'm an accountant, and I do. I've always done like a side business on the side because I'm always trying to do something. And right now, I've decided to get into the health and wellness side of stuff, which I don't know how I got into it, but I did, and it's actually quite fascinating. But we'll talk about that another time. And or later.
Listen, okay, so first of all, I can't. All of us are just so modest. No, so she is working on the health side, and that's where I feel like I got my entrepreneur stuff because she's always been doing something, child. Whether she's selling a Mary Kay, she always trying to sell somebody something, and I absolutely love that. And I love the drive. I love it honestly because that helped me to be who I am today. Like the reason I am so amazing, child. And for all those that love me, it's because of this woman here. Right. I'm just saying. Look at that. Look. Miss Matthews here said health is also
That's
wealth.
right.
Isn't
Health
that crazy?
is also
What's
wealth.
your
That's my
website?
new
And
saying.
what's your
Health
website?
is also wealth.
What's
Health
your
is
website?
also wealth.com. Health is
Look at
also
that.
wealth.com.
Period. Poe. Okay. So she listen.
Exactly.
We're gonna get Miss Margaret Green together. Okay, because she is going to be her own business. We're gonna speak into existence today in this moment.
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna be a billionaire and she's gonna be like accounting work. That's great, but you know what? I'm doing this. Okay, just saying. But anyway, you want to add anything else to the people? How can we connect with you?
You can connect with me at healthiswealth.com. That's my up and coming website. And my Instagram is Margaret9145, and also my Facebook is Margaret9145 also.
Yes.
And I am this is my first chapter. It's not even first chapter, my first book that I've ever done. And thanks to Chanel for inviting me to do this. It was a challenge because I think, as I told her the other day, I think I was her worst client. The title of my book is Over It, but Putting on My Big Girl Panties, something like that. Actually, it's Over It, but I'm going to repeat it. Over It, but putting my big girl panties on. That's what it is.
Yes.
Yes, Danielle. Thanks, Danielle.
I cannot. That's been the rest of these crazy people. Listen, I'm surrounded by England, and I'm the most American one on here. Do you hear all that accent?
Right.
I'm like, yeah, what up? And they're like, hello, darling. Go to the afternoon.
You're supposed to have an English accent.
Mine comes in and out, never. Like,
were you Margaret and Noreen? Were you born in London?
Yeah.
Or you were? Okay.
Yeah, East London.
Oh, East London, Easties.
Yes, we are.
Nice.
EastEnders comes on tonight.
It does
watch that.
Absolutely.
Tonight at 10 o'clock.
No,
we shut down everything at 10 o'clock.
Now I've not watched that in 15 years. I can't do it. I don't watch it. I can't do it. Sorry.
Well, it's because you guys are like, I guess it changed, but we're still 6 years behind. So like, we're like way behind you guys in regards.
Okay,
we just sit here acting like we're having FaceTime conversations. Like, what? We on a lot.
But I was watching it last year, and the feel is still there. They tried. Phil was the last time I saw. Phil got hit on the head, and he was in the hospital. But I'm sure he's alive now. I'm sure he survived.
Yeah, have you watched the episode?
Yeah.
Was it Ronnie or I think it was Ronnie's daughter. Ronnie's daughter came back and her dad was there. Then the dad was there, and he like.
No, we didn't get there yet. That's it. Don't say nothing more. We did not get there yet. But Ronnie, we did. Nope.
Okay.
That's it. No.
Wow.
We didn't get there.
Oh wow.
Shout out to England in the house. Shout out to all my Londoners.
I feel like you're way. I haven't watched it for 15 years. So if you haven't seen that, then I don't.
I think we're more than 6 years behind.
Don't say no more. That's it. Put
okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
So let's get back to the reason why we're here. I cannot.
I think book.
Exactly.
Right. Not EastEnders.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I'll give you another minute.
Good luck on your next engagement. It'll be amazing.
Yes. Thank you.
All right,
Hi, Noreen. Hi.
Bye, everybody. It's nice to see you, Alex.
Nice to see you too. Love you.
Huh?
Take care. Love
Yeah,
you.
a couple more. And then I got, because I have it ready to go, because I'm switching over to the next one.
Gotcha. All right, so really quickly, so before you go, Noreen, what advice do you have for anybody that wants to evolve and get their life to the next level?
Well, first of all, they need to be aware, right? Because many people are not aware. They're just living really mundane life, living mediocre. So they need to have that awareness that there is more, and that we're supposed to be, because we're supposed to be living our best lives. We're supposed to be living our victorious lives, but they have to do something in order for it to happen. Like, it just doesn't happen. So do something, step out, get out of the comfort zone, because that's the only way things are going to change, and go and do it. Go and find whatever your passion is and chart the course for it day by day, and just go and do it. Yes, we're all living proof.
Right. No, absolutely. You are 100% right in regards, especially what you said about the comfort zone. A lot of times we get comfortable with mediocrity, honestly, being very, very honest. But honestly, it's because it's the fear. Like a lot of times fear comes into play where you're like, that's a great idea, but I'm not doing that. Like, you know what I mean? Because you're like, you become anxious. You know what I mean? Because again, your brain is literally created to keep you safe. It's literally programmed to keep you safe.
It is,
When
right.
you want to do things that are outside of what your normal is or outside of your comfort zone, you immediately start having anxiety. You start getting butterflies in your stomach. Like, think about it when you're about to perform on a stage or go to speak to somebody or whatever. Like, you automatically get like butterflies in your stomach. Some people be like, you know what, forget it, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's pushing past that and really truly stepping into your greatness. And for all of you, I'm super proud that y'all are my family, because first of all, y'all all look amazing. Just saying. And
Thank you.
two, because we all are comfortable as individuals and we step into our greatness. We make that decision every day. Like Alex going and traveling and being on these charity, and then like she just knows what she wants to do and she goes and she executes it. Same with Margaret. Like she went and got her degree with 2 kids and included me, and I'm like 3 kids in one, just saying. And she's a senior staff accountant and has grown grown substantially within her career. You know what I mean? And so there are so many things. There are times that life will literally hold us back from who we want to be, or throw monkey wrenches or obstacles in our way. But we make a decision every day. Like, you know what? I'm still gonna show up. Like Alex is here at midnight. It's midnight her time, and she's still here looking flawless. Just saying, you know, it's the family genes. I'm just saying. But anyway,
there's one more thing too, because I'm gonna go now.
Yep.
That we also have to be careful of who we're around, because sometimes we'll get an idea, because we're all creative beings and we're all here for a purpose. We might say something to somebody and then that person might say, oh no, you can't do it, and then it squashes it. So we have to be careful of who we're around as well.
Absolutely, you hit it right on the nose. So before you go, tell the people how they can connect with you.
You can connect with me on my website, noreennhenry.com. There's an extra N in the middle. Log on to it and you can sign up to get the free worksheet. And I am on Facebook, Noreen N. Henry, and what's the other one? Instagram, Victorious Noreen. Bye for now. I'm sorry I have to go. Bye.
No worries, bro. We got listen. You double bug. That's fire. Go ahead, do your thing.
Good luck.
So yeah, Miss Martin, what you saying? You writing? What you doing over there?
Oh, nothing.
So tell people a little bit more about your chapter.
About my what?
Chapter.
Oh, do I really have to? Buy the book and then you will know about the chapter. That's all I have to say. I wrote something and that's about it. Bye.
Come on, Margaret.
You really want to know.
Come on. Just give us an overview. Come on. Tell us.
I mean, the overview of that chapter, you know, doing this project with Chanel, you know, she invited me to do it, and I was just like, sure, not knowing that I was getting myself into. And then she had to, then, you know, you have to choose what topic you want to talk about. And of course, it has to be something that you went through. So one of the things I went through was my debt. And that's about it, really. It's my debt that I got into, and finally is getting out of it. Which tons of people, which, you know, you feel that debt just happens overnight. Like it just, like 1 minute you get a credit card, and then you use it, of course, and then you pay it off, and then you use it, and then next minute you can't afford to pay it off, and then you get another one, and then you get another one, and then you get another one and another one, and then it just accumulated so much.
Another one.
Exactly.
One.
It accumulated so much, and I was just, it was just too much. It was overwhelming, and the change of my life, the change of the separation of my marriage, and that was like that was the downfall that really hit home, and that's kind of when I hit rock bottom when it came to the debt, and that was it. That's it, and it's to deal with it, you know, and to manage it and do better going forward.
Right.
So that's why I like my title. Go ahead.
Over it.
No,
go ahead.
No, that was it. Go ahead.
No, you said that's your title.
Right, so my title was over it and putting on my big girl's panties, because I kind of ignored it a lot at one point, and then I had to put on my big girl panties and deal with it.
Right, right. I mean, you hit on some very important points, and I feel like a lot of people are dealing with that, especially in this time now, where the financial world and jobs and different things are no longer in the same way that it was before. But in regards to debt, like yes, like debt is real, and so many people have challenges with debt because we all want to live the American dream or the dream that we see and all the other good stuff, and I don't feel that we're really truly taught how to really one handle money.
Management.
That's one, and two, um, how to really truly plan for the future. You see what I'm saying? And because we're kind of programmed to say, okay, we got to get the job, we got to get the car, we got to get the house, we got to get this, we got to get that, we got to get that, right? But then in regards to where it comes monetarily, it doesn't meet what the expectations are. You see what I'm saying? So you have to kind of figure out how to make it happen. And so that's how you kind of get into that debt position. Like, listen, Lord, I was what retail therapy? You couldn't tell me nothing. Like I was very big on spending and spending without a plan. And then when I realized, like, I started doing a lot of like money management classes, money management, whatever the case may be, is like when I started doing some I forgot what this Prime America, whatever it is. So they teach you a lot about money, and so it shifted my perspective on how to plan for things versus just doing something and figuring it out later on. And so I shifted my mindset and saying, okay, if I want to do something, if I can't buy it twice, that means that I cannot afford it. You see what I'm saying? And it helps me, but then at the same time, you're like, damn, I really want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So in regards to money management, I feel like it's so pivotal for us to really truly set our children up for success so that they understand how money works. But at the same time,
Right.
we didn't have access to the certain things that we have that are now more talked about now. You see what I'm saying? Like social media.
Right.
You could easily look up something on YouTube. You could easily look up something on Instagram, follow somebody that talks about money management. Back then, that wasn't the same access that we had. So it was limited to what you knew and what you could do. You know what I mean? Does it make sense? And so now for me, I'm like, listen, generational wealth is what my goal is, like, to help everybody and anyone to get to where they want to be. And that's why I'm super proud of you guys. You know what I'm saying? For being authors. I know you pre-sold books, you know what I'm saying? They made your coin, just saying, right? And
Can I add to that?
Huh?
Can I?
Yes, go ahead.
Because I think like that as well, like it always reminds me of like that we have to be our own parents. And that is what is a massive struggle, is that when we become an adult, like we don't have a mom or a dad like saying, okay, you have to go to bed at 9, you got to get up for school. And like when you're younger, like I look at my kids now and they're like, okay, mum, they just do what I say because they're like, okay, well, they're just guided by me and they just think, oh, this is the status quo. But it's like when you get to of an age where you're like, oh, my mum's not telling me what to do, it's like you have to start becoming your own parent. And that's where it kind of unravels a little bit in our lives, where we don't parent ourselves. And so that's something that I've been learning to do, is parent myself, like go to bed, sort yourself out, like get up early, like have a routine, have a schedule, because I think that that's what keeps us kind of just, I don't know, just like running effectively and efficiently. But all of that stuff is just about becoming your own parent. And that's something I've been learning lately. And just,
Right. No, you're absolutely right. It's literally taking ownership of your life. And I feel like, within this book and within all the co-authors, we've all had different experiences that could have literally been like, all right, have a seat, I give up, I just forget it. Like with you and the debt, right? You could have been like, I don't care, I'm acting like I still don't see it in its 50 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for you, Alex, the circumstances that you went through, honestly, like it could have easily took you out, not literally, but mentally and emotionally.
But it could have, because it's so it's overwhelming, and it's you get depressed about it. You know, because I'm a person that I created a debt, and I can't just, I mean, I did it for a little while, I ignored it for a little while, but I created it, so I like to. I want to clean up my mess. I eventually have to pay it back somehow or the other. So, but again, it's being responsible, but you need debt to survive in this country. And I'm not sure about England, because England is a bit different, maybe not. But like you need to have some kind of to buy a house, to buy a car.
Line of credit.
If you don't have any credit history, then you can't get anything. So you have to, and it's easy, especially when you're young, as Alex just said, when you're young, you're on your own and you start making your decisions. And sometimes it's good decisions, and most of the time it's not very good decisions. But that guidance of you need to guide yourself. You need to get some knowledge, someone to advise you. But then again, I can't even talk about my parents, because my parents, I always used to say I want to be like them. I think they maybe owned one credit card in their life. Like, I was nothing like them. Absolutely nothing. And I always used to say, when I get older, I want to be like them, because I'm almost there. But it's that guidance and manage.
First of all, grandma, grandpa, shout out to y'all. Like, grandma, all right, grandma's no longer here, but I heart you. I swear, I think about you every single day. But like, they were beasts. Okay, so all right, we talk about, it's from Margaret. Okay, let's talk about grandma and grandpa. They left Jamaica. Okay. One went on a boat, one went on a plane. When I asked, I said, like, did the plane have real wings? Like, was there oil in the plane? Like, was it made of wood? What do you mean you came to England or went to England in a plane? Okay, when you were on the boat, was it like a cruise ship or was it like a pirate ship? Like, how did you get like, cause when you think about grandparents, you're like, okay, that was like 1542. It feels like it was years ago, but it really wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? Right. They're like, no, it was made out like what? No, it was like a real plane and a real boat. But yeah, so they went from England from Jamaica to England, and then went from England to America. Now, first of all, I feel uncomfortable just going to New Jersey to move. So imagine moving to to a whole nother country. Like, that just shows the courage and the pioneers that they were. Right. And then when they came here, talk about entrepreneurs. Listen, they worked for nobody. Okay, they had their own businesses. Shout out to Grandpa. He was lit. I was his accountant, but like when I was a teenager, and I would like do his invoices. So shout out to Grandpa. He give me a little coin. You know what I'm saying? Just saying, for doing some work. But I say that to say, like, literally who they are as individuals and who they are as people literally shaped who we all are. And if they didn't take the initiative to have their own form of evolution and take the power of their life and make the decision like, hey, I'm going to move here, I'm going to move there, I'm going to build a family, I'm going to build legacy, like, we wouldn't even be able to have this conversation. So shout out to them. Okay, shout out to Grandma.
Yes, that's right.
I heart you. And that's why I'm so proud for all of you to be on this project. Shout out to Dayatu over here doing her entrepreneur journey, over here doing her bling stuff. You know what I'm saying? Doing her hair oils, BUT beauty. I love it, love it. It's super important. Where did Margaret go? Did she lose her? All right, we're gonna take her off for 2 seconds. Oh, there she is, and she's back. And it's super important. Like,
Danielle and her bling.
We see bling. Listen, okay, we're over here. Okay, I'm just saying, and I'm gonna speak into existence because Lexi think I'm playing with her. She talking about she want to do a podcast. We're gonna get that podcast together, aren't we?
Yeah,
okay, just we're gonna get we over here. Listen, when I grow and go, they growing and going with me too. Period. Okay, that's what it's supposed to be. But I'm super proud of you. And Lexi, go ahead, tell a little bit about what your chapter is as well.
Sorry, before that, I was going to say, so big up, so proud to be Jamaican. I'm half Jamaican, but I'm telling you, I'm proud to be have that heritage, man. Because the music, the food, my God, like the culture. It's just like a small island, and like look at what it's like, where
look about them Talawa.
Yeah, that was in my mind. That's very true. That's the motto. That's the slogan. But I'm proud to be half Jamaican. I love it.
Right.
I feel a family reunion in Jamaica because the last family reunion we had was in 2014. So we're gonna speak that into existence. What year? 2021, 2022?
February. I'm sorry, but I'm going. I'm
over. What? You going in February? Yeah. Oh, I'm sick of Alex because she always wants somewhere that I want to go. That's unfair. Like, what? You didn't even tell nobody.
Are you sure you can leave the country? I mean, England's a whole bunch of shutdowns.
In February, I'm leaving. I'm going. I don't care. I'm leaving. I'm going to Jamaica. To the land of my people, I'm going.
Yes, but listen, Jamaica is so fire. One of my favorite islands. So shout out to Jamaica. If anybody in here is from Jamaica, anybody's been to Jamaica, type in the chat. Throw the fires in there. Jamaica is so amazing. So have a blast.
I love Jamaica. And I love the other islands too, but Jamaica's my favorite.
Yes. Oh my God.
I've never been.
Oh my. All right. So you get a pass.
No?
You get a pass.
Never.
You get a pass. All right. You get a pass. We might pop up on your trip, but you get a pass. You get a pass. You get to go. That's fine.
It's my birthday month.
Exactly.
Oh, girl. But no,
my chapter. Yes.
My chapter's called "The Wrong Road into Right." And my chapter is it's quite deep for me because it's the first time I've sort of openly and publicly discussed a sexual assault that happened to me nearly 4 years ago now. So and it was very cathartic writing it out. And I think that when I had gone through it, I mean, when I think about when I'd gone through it those years ago, the person I am now is way different and far removed from that person that was then. But I had that experience happen and it changed my life like dramatically, because at that time I was going through so many different things. My relationship was breaking down with my ex-boyfriend who I was with for a long time. We had 2 kids together. I wasn't happy with myself, with my life. I was going out, I was drinking heavily. I just was a shell of a person at that particular time. I was just really miserable. And I think that was kind of one of the last straws, I think, for me, because it could have been like either way. I might have been alive and I might have been dead because I was really depressed and feeling really, really low. So I think that ultimately was a push to kind of make me it was rock bottom basically. So it made me raise up. And I just did lots of work on myself to be vibrating at a high level that I am now. I think one of the key things for me as well was like just taking responsibility finally of my life. And so it was little things like, you know, instead of saying, oh, you know, this has made me upset or I'm angry because of X, it was like, I've made myself angry because of X. So kind of that ownership, things changed a lot because then I just realized that I can control my emotions in some way. But before I realized that, I was a victim. I was down and downtrodden and everything was against me and everything was for me. And I guess once I kind of took responsibility, then my life opened up a lot more and then things started to come in and I was like, oh, okay, what's happening? And that's going good. And so, yeah, so that was my sort of aha moment and my big kind of, I guess, rise from the pits of hell.
Not the pits of from. No, it's the truth though. When you're going through it, that's literally what you feel like. You literally feel like it's the end of the world, and really, am I in hell? Like honestly, and I think it's so amazing. And you know, we've had conversations about just your growth and where you used to be, and how you used to react versus how now you respond, and how you process things in a completely different way. That's super powerful. And like you said, taking ownership of where you are, where you aren't, how you reacted, or how, you know what I'm saying? It's such a beautiful thing. And it's also so freeing as well, because now you look at things in a different perspective. Whereas before it would have been like the victim mindset, like you said, like, why did this happen to me? Woe is me, XYZ. But then when you flip it around and say, you know what, I'm taking my power back, that is like that's the strongest, most powerful decision that you could ever make. You know what I mean? And then at the same time, forgiving yourself for the mistakes that you've made, forgiving yourself for, you know what I'm saying? For going on the wrong road, or, you know what I mean? Being with the wrong person or whatever it is, it's super key for that. Because for so often we literally will blame ourselves. Even if it's something that somebody else did to us, we'll sit and we'll blame ourselves. Like with your sexual assault, I'm like 99% sure that at some point during that time you sat and blamed yourself as to, oh, if I didn't do this, or if I was doing this, and what could I have done differently? But at the same time, we don't have any control over who or how someone's going to treat us. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, you have the power to figure out how I'm going to respond or how I'm going to evolve so that no longer has a hold on my life. So it's such a beautiful thing to see where you are today, because we've been on that journey together. And the different challenges that we face. Lord, we used to be on FaceTime at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, like, Lord, like I would get a FaceTime. Yeah,
I was gonna say, like, you know, and it is awful, like when someone violates your body, or they, you know, like it's I don't know, I kind of, the only way I can kind of describe to someone who's not had that experience is like, imagine if like someone broke into your home and
Right.
you were sleeping, like you wake up and you see someone's been there. It's like, oh my God, like you feel like, God, they've come into my home, or your car, or something that's your personal thing, property. It's like someone's just like touched it, and
Right.
that's the only way I can kind of explain to someone who's not had that experience. So it stays with you, and it is something that you feel upset, and so I don't want to diminish that for anyone and feel like, you know, I'm not a victim. I feel like I'm a survivor. I am a survivor, but I just feel like at the time I was so entrenched in the grief that I couldn't see that there was like something beautiful that could come from it. And so now I have seen it now, but it took a while to process it, and like it should. It's not something you get over. I'm still not in a way over it. I still can see it and feel it and be there in like a blink of an eye. It's like, but I feel like I've processed it to the point now where it doesn't have a hold on me anymore. Like it's like, I guess, confined or constrained by it. I feel like a release from it now.
Right.
But I get triggered. Like,
listen, but that's the beautiful thing. When you are in the space where you are now, you can recognize and you can discern, like you said, trigger. You know what I mean? That's something that's so important, because when you go through traumas, there's going to be every 5 seconds, literally, trust me, we on the same page in that, where you're going to be triggered by something that somebody said or seeing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for a number of years, I would see a specific town car and it would be burgundy and white, and it would trigger the hell out of me, but nobody knew that. You see what I'm saying? But I didn't understand it. But it wasn't until I did the work to get to what you're talking about now, and the transformation piece, and letting go and forgiving myself and forgiving that, and like just forgiveness, so that I can move forward. So it's no longer having a control over your life. Because when you go through those experiences, it changes you in every way. Like, you are like, everything is terrifying. You trust no one. It's like the darkest, most loneliest space to be in. And it can literally, like, internally drive you insane, and because everybody should look normal, you know what I'm saying? So I 100% get what you're saying. We have a comment here. Chris Lee said, God bless you, Lexi. I'm glad you found the room to share. You're going to help lots of people. Yes, you see what I'm saying? Look, sharing your story is so important, because you just never know who might be listening that has had the same experience, and seeing you would just give them inspiration to be like, you know what? I need to go find some help, and I need to get to the steps to heal. I say feel, deal, and heal. Because like you said, sometimes we suppress things, and because it's just like, I don't want to deal with it. Like, I'm just going to push it all the way down to the root of my stomach, but it comes out in a different way. Like, you know what I mean? And so it's so important for us to, one, forgive ourselves for sure, love on ourselves for sure, and take the necessary steps to heal from any experiences. Listen, that's stressful too, Lord. Like, you need to go to therapy for that, because that's mentally and like, for real, it's financial, mentally, and emotionally. Like, it causes trauma in a sense, because you're trying to figure out how to get yourself out of a hole. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, and it could be a huge hole. Like, some people got Lord, they got like millions of dollars of debt. Lord have mercy, it just stresses me out just thinking about it. So imagine somebody that's literally sitting in that, even in this moment, in this pandemic, how somebody might have been making, who knows, 7 figures a day, and now all of a sudden they got zero. Like, could you imagine the impact that could have on somebody mentally and emotionally? You see what I'm saying? Especially physically too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's how people start losing weight, gaining weight. Like, so many, it comes out in so many different ways. So I love how you shared how you took ownership of your healing and really truly being able to be yourself again, or even a better version of yourself. That's such a beautiful thing. It really, really, really is. Oh, I love y'all. Y'all are SoulTheBomb.com. I'm just saying. Do you guys have any final words for the audience before we get up out of here?
I think for me, final words is just like to take ownership and responsibility of your life. Like, no matter what traumas, stresses, and strifes that you're going through, I think that most of it can be resolved, and there is a resolution. You just have to fight for it, and you have to do it every day. It's a daily practice, and nothing that is worth its grain of salt comes easy. So I think that it's something that if you really want to live, because this world is beautiful, you just have to look for the beauty in it. I think you have to work to see it as well. So for me, I just say take responsibility and ownership of your life, because that just opens up a whole new world of beauty and joy and less pain.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Margaret. Any final words for the people?
My final words really is just changing your mindset and looking at the big picture also, and then breaking that cycle, because I had to break that cycle because, boy, as you know, mentioned before, the retail shopping, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, I was like,
That's where I get it from. That's where I get it from. Okay, that's where I get it from.
But it's it's changing your mindset and breaking that cycle.
Yes.
And it's not easy, but it's taking that one step at a time and just doing it slowly, and not like, you know, just pulling the plug. You will love to, but you got to take your time, because if you pull that plug quickly, you just might end up right back where you were.
Right, absolutely. That's, you hit it right on the nose, and that's in anything, in
Right,
any
that's true.
any habits that you're trying to break. It's a process, and so it's super important. Like when you are going through the transformation, as I call it, or the evolution, as I call it, you have to understand that it's a process, and it's not like you wake up today and you're like, oh, I'm fixed. This is great. Yeah, like that. I wish that's how it worked. Like honestly, but it's a journey, but it's a worthwhile journey, because when you get to the other side, ooh, Lord,
right, that's
I'm getting
freedom.
chills thinking about it. Yeah, what? Oh my gosh, when you get to the other side, when you get to the point of when you can literally look at certain situations that you are currently in, or something that's coming, you can discern literally, like, all right, I already see who this person is, or I already see what this issue is, or this adversity that's coming, and you can navigate through without even like thinking twice. Oh, that is a whole nother level of transformation. You know what I mean? And it's so important for us to understand that we all go through different things. We all have different traumas. We all have different adversities. We all have different obstacles. We all. But it's all about how we respond versus react. We make the decision every day when those obstacles come to say, you know what, even though I got gut punched, I'm still up. And like Katia said, I might have been knocked down, but I'm not knocked out. You get back up and you keep pushing forward. And that's what life is about, honestly. You're going to get things that are going to come your way. You're going to get things that test you. Look,
all the time.
Test, Lord, especially when you're trying to change. Oh, like,
right.
Like, oh, you are so
even then,
lucky.
it's the worst time. That's when it comes.
What? Right. I'm like, oh, you are so lucky I'm on my transformation journey, because if you would have came to me 3 months ago, I would have gave you the business. You know, like, you already know when you're really trying to transform, or when you're right on the brink of your next breakthrough. That's when it feels like everything is going wrong. That's when it feels like everybody's trying to test you. That's when it feels like everybody, like, whoo. And so you have to make the conscious decision, like, okay, how am I going to take a minute? This is what I do. Give me 72 hours and I can respond. Right? I want to respond versus react to whatever the situation is. And then I also look at it in two different ways. What is this showing me where I need to grow, heal, feel, deal? And then also, how is it preparing me for my next chapter? That's literally how I look at different things. Because before I used to be like, what? But why this happened? Why? And now when I look back, it's like, if I didn't go through all of the things that I've been through to this point, I would not be here. You know what I'm saying? I would not be able to have this conversation. I wouldn't have accomplished the things that I've accomplished. So I'm grateful for the journey, whether good, bad, indifferent. I'm grateful for the journey, because if I did not go through those things, I would not be who you see today. Okay, I'm just saying. But I appreciate you guys, and round of applause and to the first top others in the building.
And thank you, Chanel, for, as I said, thank you for letting me be a first-time author, and the pressure of writing. Someone said it before, one of your shows. Before one of the authors said, like, it's to do a collaboration, it's easier and like it's a stepping stone also. And it's easy to do that than to sit there and write a whole book, because again,
that's coming, so don't worry about it.
As I said before, I think I was Chanel's worst client, because we won't go there right now.
Don't worry, she's coming soon. Don't worry. Stay tuned.
Chanel did a fabulous job of getting this all together. I'm very proud of her.
Thank you.
And it just shows that it takes a lot of work to do what you want to do. And I see Chanel working, and I'm just like, okay, I think I'm just going to stick to the 9-to-5 job. But it's a lot. Anything that you want to do, it's work. And once you have that passion, and you find your passion, and and you start on it, it's something you enjoy, so it's not really work, if you know what I mean. But yeah, thank you for Chanel. Thank you, Chanel,
Oh,
for
Yeah.
including me or let me join in your world of publishing and branding and so forth of what you're doing.
yes, she's coming.
Kudos!
Just so you know.
I
And
agree.
Lexi,
I agree.
you coming too. I'm not playing with you because you thought I forgot about that podcast. I didn't forget, girl.
Woo!
So
I'm not going either. Don't
listen,
we will discuss. It's coming. It's coming.
listen. You look, you guys know I'm all about elevating and getting everybody to where they want to be. And the beauty of it and why I appreciate you guys is because one, you said the yes, that's one. And two, you executed beautifully for it to be your first chapter, your first book. Like you guys did a phenomenal job. That's one. And two, like you said, it's just a stepping stone. And whatever I grow and go, like I said, y'all come in too. So just get ready. I'm just saying, and I appreciate you guys. And shout out to all the amazing co-authors that were on this project as well, and to everyone that was on our previous lives. Shout out to you guys for sharing your stories and being transparent and being on this project. I appreciate you. All the value that this project has brought together collaborative is going to be life-changing, and I appreciate you guys for sure. And to all the lovely listening audience and people that tuned in, I appreciate you for all the comments, or the likes, or the shares. You guys are thebob.com. I'm just saying, I appreciate everybody. And we're going to get into this video trailer so we can remind you, beautiful people, as to why we are here. And Margaret and Alex, don't go anywhere. Okay, thank you, beautiful people. Say bye to the beautiful people.
Good night.
Bye, beautiful people. At Dates with Deleon, Instagram. At Dates with Deleon.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Go ahead. Tell the people how to connect with themselves.
On Instagram. Yeah, follow me.
Health is also wealth, not cost. Taking care of your body.
Oh, I love that video trailer. It's just a vibe. I swear I do. But I thank all of you for tuning in and being here with me for the past 48 hours. It's been an amazing journey. It's been beautiful to have all of our co-authors coming together and sharing their stories, and it was just magic. So I appreciate all of my amazing co-authors. I really do. I appreciate you guys for sharing your stories and being a part of this project and just making this beautiful magic happen. And for all of you who showed up and showed out on these virtual launches, I appreciate you. It's been beautiful. And to all of the amazing people that have tuned in, who have shared, who have liked, who have commented, engaged in all of that, I love you. I promise I do. You guys have been phenomenal, and I appreciate every single one of you. And if you want to connect with me, you can find me at Chanel Spencer Now on Instagram and Facebook. Now, and go to www.readytotransformnow.com, and make sure you go grab a copy of The Evolution Effect at evolutioneffectbook.com. We appreciate all the love and we appreciate all the support. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye, beautiful people.